Just a quick notice. A Doonesbury Special is a 25-minute television special that originally aired in 1977. However, if you're interested in tracking down a Laserdisc, VHS, or a surprisingly rare DVD copy, note that this video contains spoilers for a 43-year-old cartoon and a 37-year-old Broadway show that doesn't have an official video release.
Nothing means anything if all this means nothing. We don't know which way to go. So come with me and we will see a life beyond possibilities. A life beyond possibilities.
I thought I should probably look like olive oil, but Bill thought I might be better as a Daisy May type. Whoops, be careful, Bill. I'm very, very ticklish.
Newspaper funnies used to be big business. Back in the days of 4 panels, the Daily Comic spawned movies, Broadway musicals, and of course, television specials. But before Garfield and Friends looked out over a slowly dying Saturday morning and wept, an unlikely contender popped up on television screens. Garry Trudeau's Doonesbury. Sharp, political, and stridently countercultural, Trudeau's college-age boomer cast jumped into animation in prime time. As far as animation, Doonesbury is a wonder. Some of the more experimental and beautiful moments show just why this special was nominated for Best Animated Short in that year's Academy Awards, and it also won a jury prize at the Cannes Film Festival. Trudeau collaborated with Faith and John Hubley on a screenplay that referenced failed relationships, police violence, drug use. It's not hard to imagine a world where a Doonesbury Special could have kickstarted an interest in adult-oriented, prime-time animation decades earlier. But a Doonesbury Special is more than just a beautiful newspaper comic tie-in. For Trudeau's not-so-innocent 20-something optimists, it was a cry for help to their own generation. By 1977, the college days format of the strip was starting to feel creaky and past its prime, and more than that, Trudeau was clearly feeling some disappointment in his fellow boomers. The ideals of the 60s and 70s were starting to shift as Trudeau and his fellows grew up, and fear over the future was everywhere, even at the Walden Commune dinner table.
I mean, look at our mores now. How long has it been since any of us has been into organic gardening, or macrame, or even group sex?
Yes, that has been a while.
As Zonker declares their commune to be in the final days, the characters reflect on their lives, with some of them choosing to deal with the changing world by burying themselves in popular culture and memories of the good fight. Other characters reflect on the upcoming generation and how hard it is to get them to embrace such lofty ideals as women are people too.
Miss Caucus, ever since you got here, there's been a big change in the girls.
Women?
See, they keep acting like boys.
Holy crap, it's a YouTube comments thread in child form. A Doonesbury Special is long on reflection and short on solutions, and that's appropriate, because it came from a baby boomer who was hanging on the precipice of true, dear sweet Lord, I've become the man adulthood, wondering what was going to happen next. And fittingly, even the dissolution of Walden is left unresolved. Instead, the special comes full circle and we end exactly where it began, in the pond. And despite the fear of the world he's moving into, Zonker still holds out hope.
Things gotta change, right? And the trees agree. Good going, trees.
The end of the 70s is marked by many as the moment the boomers shifted from youthful idealism into cynicism, embracing commercialization and abandoning many of the liberal principles that had previously defined them. Just 3 years after a Doonesbury Special, Reagan would take office, with a majority of boomers helping to elect him. 3 years after that, in the midst of a culture-wide shift toward greed and self-absorption termed the height of the me generation, the Doonesbury strip would go on hiatus and all communication from Walden Commune would go dark. While the comic strip was on hiatus, things changed.
There's drama, romance, excitement, and sensitivity.
We're talking human garbage here.
And music. Doonesbury's got it all.
In 1983, Doonesbury opened at the Biltmore Theatre on Broadway. With book and music by none other than multi-hyphenate Garry Trudeau, the play told the story of Doonesbury's up to that moment ageless college students finally graduating from college, set against the backdrop of Reagan's America. If Trudeau seemed to have doubts about the future of the boomers in a Doonesbury Special, the musical makes it clear that he has no doubts left. Garry was ticked. After starting in much the same way as the special, the musical ends Act 1 with the appearance of Zonker's Uncle Duke, who makes an entrance by a grenade launcher. Ultimately, Walden Commune cannot be protected by its inhabitants. The building is bulldozed, and the kids face the fact that their beloved world no longer exists. The difficult transition at the core of a Doonesbury Special turned out even worse than the characters had expected. Their whole world of peace and love is shattered, and all the characters go their separate ways. The next year, Doonesbury returned to newspapers and picked up where the Broadway show left off, with Walden a ghost of the past, and all of the characters thrust into a harsh, adult world. Things gotta change. Even the trees agree. But the Doonesbury musical says that doesn't mean change won't be painful. And in spite of his disappointment in the 80s, Trudeau's own efforts to fight for social justice were only redoubled. Series regular Mark Slackmeyer would later become the first openly gay character in mainstream newspaper comics, and Trudeau continues to hold the feet of power to the fire at every opportunity. In 2012, 42 years into the strip, a point where most cartoonists were coasting on their royalty checks from Christmas tree ornaments and stuffed dolls, Trudeau took such a strong pro-choice stance in one of his strips that Doonesbury wound up being pulled from multiple newspapers. And he still creates new ideas as well. His political satire Out the House ran for 2 seasons on Amazon Prime. And today's younger generations, whether they know it or not, seem to be taking up the torch that Trudeau was looking to pass on in the 70s. Millennials and Generation Z statistically are more likely to oppose war. They're more likely to support gay marriage, to feel that greater diversity is a good thing. They are more likely to feel that an individual's gender identity should be respected, and to push for action on global climate change. Every cause championed by the boomers, and then later attacked by the conservative forces, is something near and dear to the younger generations. It may just be that while the building is gone, Walden Commune lives on.
When you start a song professionally, you should end it professionally. In the middle of the song, you're all slacking. And another thing, you're supposed to be moving back and forth. This is a very happy occasion, not a funeral.
Having a coffee house in our home helps keep the teenagers off the street.
Have you seen a Doonesbury Special? Have you ever seen or been a part of a production of the Doonesbury musical? Apparently it's very popular on college campuses. If so, drop a comment and let everyone know your thoughts. If you enjoyed the video, hit like and make sure to hit subscribe and hit the bell. You can also use the other button if you didn't care for this video, but either way, just let me know what you think. If you really like the video, then please stop by our Ko-Fi or our Patreon and drop us a little bit of support, because we're supported by viewers like you. Until next time, watch like it means something, and take care of yourself, because I'm not there to take care of you.